This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel-biting, bagel-bitch boy, bagel-bitch back.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, because you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
And the UFC has changed its policy on when it announces failed drug tests. I like this move because I feel like what's been going on recently is kind of fucked up with these fighters. I mean, it seems like when fighters get flagged by USADA, they're guilty until proven innocent, and a lot of the times they lose a huge opportunity for one and a payday, and that's another topic for another day, which I've talked about in the past. I mean, some of this is borderline suable. I don't want to call it criminal, but it's borderline. I mean, what goes on, because a fighter you hear this all the time, defamation of character, right? Whenever you tarnish somebody's reputation, well, whenever you get flagged by USADA, that's makes a lot of people believe you're taking steroids, and it kind of tarnishes your reputation. And then on top of that, you have a loss of wages, right? You hear about fucking fighters who, like Junior Dos Santos, you see pictured. He was going to be fighting Francis Ngannou at a past UFC event, huge opportunity. Before Francis Ngannou fought for the title against Stipe, he was still all the hype. And Junior Dos Santos, for all we know, if he would have won that fight, that would have been huge for his career, and he could have been looking at a fight in Stipe for that title. You know what I'm saying? But the fight got taken away from him. He got flagged by USADA. People thought were sure, oh, he's a cheater. He got caught. Look, JDS, they finally popped him. And so come to find out, he was innocent, like many other people. There's been times they get flagged and then come to find out they're innocent. It happened with Josh Barnett. It happened with Junior Dos Santos. It happened with Chris Cyborg. It's happened time and time again where fighters get flagged and then they're innocent. So now USADA's changed their policy, and they're not going to announce that you're flagged. They're going to give you the chance to defend yourself before coming out and saying you're flagged by USADA. So now when they do make an announcement, it'll say, hey, this person was flagged, but they proved they were innocent. It wasn't intentional. No harm, no foul, but it happened. They don't put it out in the public as much, so you're not going to see the headline, this person was flagged by USADA. It's not going to be flagged by USADA. And if you do see it, you'll also see the conclusion or the result before, it's just left out for months of speculation. Is this guy a cheater? Is this guy a cheater? Was he really cheating? Now you'll know, at least from the official. Now, it's not, it helps, it helps USADA kind of clean their hands in this situation. They're not going to be defaming anybody. They're not going to be flagging people, but people are still going to speculate, right? If Junior Dos Santos has a fight coming up with Francis Ngannou and all of a sudden the fight's canceled and we don't hear anything about an injury, probably going to imagine he was flagged by USADA. There's probably going to be people that come to that conclusion, but hey, it is what it is. It's not going to be USADA flagging them publicly anymore, at least until there's a conclusion and you have the chance to defend yourself. And that actually takes us in to our next topic, which I guess we'll just talk about on this same video because I got work tomorrow. Don't got all the time in the world. We're going to be doing a live show tomorrow, guys, this whole week, every single day, 12 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing a live panel on the show. This Wednesday, we're having the Ultimate McGregor vs. Khabib debate on the show, so make sure you tune in every weekday. But yeah, as far as these separate videos, I'm going to combine these here. UFC's changing their policy. They're no longer going to announce your failed drug test as soon as you're flagged. They're going to wait until you have a chance to defend yourself. But with that being said, one of the first people affected by this policy was motherfucking my boy, none other than Sugar Sean O'Malley. He had a huge fight coming up at UFC 229 against Jose Quinones. And in this fight, it was a huge opportunity for him. McGregor vs. Khabib headlines the card. He was on the main event of the Fight Pass or the Fox Sports prelims. And now he's losing that opportunity because he was not flagged by USADA. He wasn't flagged by USADA because they're not flagging people anymore as far as publicly. But he did have a USADA violation, and he's fessing up to it. He's not letting people speculate. He's not saying, oh, it's a personal issue and just waiting. He's coming out and getting ahead of this, and I like that move by him. And because honestly, and I'm not even biased, of course, Sean O'Malley's one of my favorite fighters, and you know what I'm saying for sure. But He's never a guy, like, there's a lot of people, Sean O'Malley, there's people that love him, there's people that hate him. There's been a lot of people that look at Sean O'Malley and they say, oh, this pothead kid, he's a hype job, he's going to lose, haha. There's a lot of people that don't like Sean O'Malley. And for every one of us that are huge fans of him. You know, he's a very polarizing guy, and that's why he's got so much potential. Whether you love him or you hate him, you want to watch him fight. Now, with that being said, even his haters didn't accuse this guy of being on fucking steroids. You know what I'm saying? No one looked at Sean O'Malley and said, oh yeah, he doesn't pass the eye test. No one looked at him and said, oh, he's beating USADA. No one looked at him and said he's fucking cheating. So he's not a guy that came across as a cheater in the meantime. He's not someone that looks like, you know, in their spare time, they're trying to fucking beat the system or cheat the system to get ahead. He's fucking throwing Fortnite tournaments and shit on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? He ain't out here looking for the nearest steroid dealer and just doing a bunch of crazy shit that comes with that some of the time. So, I don't buy this. I'm not buying this. I think he's innocent. I think it was a fucking supplement, a contaminated supplement, and I just looking at the response, I don't think there's a lot of people that actually believe Sean O'Malley was cheating. There might be a couple people out there that are like, oh, another one on steroids, but I don't think if you actually know much about Sean O'Malley, or if you've looked into what's going on with USADA lately, with all these fighters being found innocent. Most Anderson Silva, another guy recently found innocent after being flagged. So I think Sean O'Malley's going to prove his innocence, and after that, this won't be a big deal. But it's still unfortunate that his fight with Jose Quinones was canceled at UFC 229. Lost that opportunity. But with that being said, let's read his statement on this subject. He's getting in front of it and letting us know what's going on. He said, hey guys, Sugar Show here. I want to be the first to let you know about what's going on. As many of you may have seen, the UFC announced this weekend they're no longer announcing potential violations of the USADA program because of the high number of unintentional use cases under the program and are instead waiting until the end. I find myself caught up in one of these exact cases right now. Even though under the new policy my case would not be public right now, I feel it's important to be upfront and honest with my fans about why I'm not fighting next weekend. I've been working with Jeff Nowinski at the UFC, and I believe that we've already identified a dietary supplement that would have caused this. We've sent remaining samples from the bottle I took to the USADA lab, and as well as a full sealed bottle. I'm told the testing of these supplements can take as long as 30 days. I will continue to update you all about the findings, but I truly expect the results will be what I already know, that I did nothing on purpose. For everyone that follows me and was excited for my fight, I'm truly sorry. It hurts a lot not being able to get out there and do what I love on the biggest stage. I have no intention of cheating, and I'm fully confident that the results in this case will show that. I love my fans, and I hope the impact on my career is minimal, and I'm back to fighting real soon. So this is an unfortunate situation, man, for Sugar Sean O'Malley, getting the biggest fight of his life so far, UFC 229 taken from him. And if he's innocent, man, even though USADA's not publicly defaming anybody's character anymore, it's still some pretty much baby back bagel biting bullshit. But it is what it is. When you got USADA trying to clean up the sport, and if they find a trace element of if there's a contaminated supplement, fighters are going to get flagged. It is what it is, man. USADA's trying to clean up the sport. Some people argue they're not doing a good enough job, but hey, man, it is what it is. I think USADA does have integrity, even though one of my favorite fighters getting flagged. USADA, and some people might think it's crazy, but USADA's been doing a good job. I mean, Brock Lesnar, he's coming back. Yeah, you might say, oh, that's bullshit, but he's looking a lot smaller. He's looking like he's going through USADA drug testing. He's getting smaller. John Jones is coming back. You might say, oh, that's bullshit. Well, he's providing substantial assistance to helping clean up the sport even more by flipping on someone else. It's not like he's just paying them off. He's having to do something to get that sentence reduction. But with that being said, it is what it is, man. Sean O'Malley's out, but USADA has changed their policy. They're not publicly announcing this any longer. But Sugar Sean O'Malley took it amongst himself to get in front of it and let us know what's going on. So, as a fan, I think that's a good sign, because for one, it's not like there was a lot of people that thought he was on steroids in the first place, and for two, he's getting in front of anything and not just letting it be left up for speculation. So let the full-time family know what you think in the comments, and of course, every single weekday, 12 a.m. Eastern, join us for full-time the live show. We talk MMA news every single day, and then of course the greatest McGregor versus Khabib debate is going down on Wednesday during the live show. So let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. #FreeO'Malley. We out of here.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O double G.